All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Don's Modeling Desk. Um, Jody couldn't be here tonight, so it's just me. Uh, I'll try to keep up with the comments the best that I can. So, unless one of y'all wants to jump in and produce, but I'll try to keep up comments best I can. But what I'm gonna be doing tonight is one, I've got to fix this LED that quit working for some reason, and then I'm going to modify the shuttle bay lighting a little bit. So let's see what we can get done. First, I got to figure out how I'm going to get that LED out. Because, of course, I'd super glued it in. No, Don. Lights are not evil. I just broke the poor little light somehow. See how easy that was, Don? Look at that. Popped right out. I guess I should have made sure that this was the right one. Let's find out. I'm 90% sure that that was the right one. Yep, that was the right one. No light. Go ahead and get these resistors all soldered on too while I'm at it. What's going on, Steven? Alex says, you sure it wasn't Don who broke it? Maybe. Don says, oops. And everybody's saying hi to each other. And Alex says that he just got an incredibly generous gift from his grandmother's neighbor. He posted a few photos of it in her kitchen island in Discord. I haven't seen those. Oh, nice. What ship is that? Japanese aircraft carrier Shinano. Nice, Alec. That does look cool. No, Alec, no Jody tonight. It's just me. But I got this light out. Now I need to solder up a new one. Where's my Omnifixo? Let's get this one unsoldered. There we go. Jody says, hi, each other. I need a 5mm white LED. Look, Don, lots of lights. Oh, Alex says what's even cooler is that it is practically an almost ready to sell RC kit. It just needs the battery cells, motor, receiver, and remote. Nice. That is cool. And Alex says, and yes, Donnie, it also needs lights. Sorry, Don. Oh, man. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where are my? Here they are. Don says, I like being an army of one. Who said anything about an army, Don? I need to put my magnifiers on. So what's everybody doing tonight? Anybody working on anything, or you just taking it easy? Yes, big spool of LED. I'm not gonna burn it up though, Don. We'll get to the big spool in a minute. I must up. There we go. Jody says he is working. Yeah, Jody said he had. Oh, I need to solder this too and shrink wrap it. Jody said he had a very important project he was working on for someone. That's why he couldn't make it tonight. Up, I knocked my water over. Alex says he's just heading home from his grandmother's. Think about grabbing some grounds for coffee and half, get some dinner, and check on his temp tower print. Then reattempt another large print. Maybe decal his Apache a little more. I got to get my printer back up and running. The Ender. Now let's see if I got this right. Voila. Look, Don, light. I get up there. Get these little shrink wraps. Shrinked. Why are my cords all tangled up? There we go. Place that back in there. And voila. It ain't right. What ain't right, Howard? Howard says, it ain't right. WRITE. I don't know what he's talking about. What? No producer today? Nah. Jody was busy doing a project for a friend, and he wasn't able to do it tonight. You're more than welcome to jump in if you want to, Howard. Lord knows I can't do two things at once. And no, Don, I'm not going to burn this one up. I hope. And we'll get some of Todd's favorite stuff here. There we go. What's going on, Howard?
Oh, I almost missed you.
Almost missed me.
Yeah. I forgot what time it was.
Oh, did you?
Lost track of time. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Don's trying to get you to burn up your lights.
Yeah, I know. Don is anti-light. That's okay.
That's all right.
I forgive him.
I sent him something today, so he'll like it when he gets to open it up on our Christmas stream.
Just send him some lights. I
Nah,
thought about doing that.
no.
Just to mess with him. And I mean, I understand why he don't like light, electronics and stuff, because he spent his whole career doing that. So I can
No.
understand why he doesn't want to do it now.
Yeah. No, Don, it's not gonna be ticking
for long.
Kaboom!
Hey, I wonder what boom. Feel like
Well,
those videos you see on YouTube of people grabbing packages and they just explode in color and shit.
yeah, I think some of those are AI though now.
I do too. I think most of them are. Most of them just don't look right.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, I was at the FedEx office today for an hour, putting packages in for everybody.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, I put in. I don't know if anybody noticed it on Discord, but I put in there. It was $153 to send a
I saw
package
that.
to Canada, 3 times. But supposedly, I don't know. It's funny. Ken, when I sent one to Ken, it was only 138. Wasn't 153.
That's weird, ain't it?
Yeah. And the contents aren't even worth that much. It was just like, but I figured it out to send everybody the packages. By the time I got done with all of the shipping and handling, it would have
Right.
been $55.25 to send everybody a package.
Average.
Right. Which
You ought to
when
try PayPal ShipStation.
or that other one that people were talking. Oh, what's that? Pirate ship or something like that.
Yeah, I've never tried Pirate Ship. I don't know anything about it. Ian loves it. He says it's good. It might be. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I know ShipStation
Yeah.
is good. I sent Jody a package through ShipStation, and it was like $23 or something like that.
Well, you're welcome, Don. I'm sure everybody will appreciate what they got.
We will, Howard. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Oh, it'll only be this time. I don't think it'll be happening every year. Not if I get a girlfriend over here next year.
Yeah, they can put a dampener on things like that.
So can kids.
Yes, yes, they can. Ask me how I know.
You still got one living with you.
Yeah. If you want one, I'll sell you one.
No, my mom kept saying she kept threatening she was going to buy grandchildren.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Well, my cousin's got 6 of them. I could go over there and visit them and yell at them if I need to.
There you go.
I'm getting practice, see.
Huh. I didn't have to take that LED off. It comes out with the LED still on it.
We're working on the bay again.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to fix your torpedo?
Well, I fixed that already.
Ah, gotcha. Don says those women are expensive in hobby.
Right?
Hobbies, yeah. Yeah, well, you know.
There we go.
Yeah, see, I'm 53, so I've had enough time to, get prepared.
Prepared for what?
A woman. See, I'm old enough that I'm set in my ways, you see. But see, I'm not getting an American woman. See, I'm having a foreign woman. See, that way.
It's still a woman.
They're more a family oriented than these American women. These American women, they're like, I want.
Some are.
Yeah, not all. Yeah, most of them don't want a farming situation. They want to be able to travel and stuff. This one, she's not into that.
That's good.
She may be young, but at least and she knows how to cook too from
There
scratch.
you go. Now you're talking.
She reminds me so much of my grandmother's, because my grandmother was a big cook. My mom, she was.
Oh, was she?
Ew. Yeah, every time Jody's talking about cookies, I keep thinking about my grandmother making cookies. Like, oh yeah, she'd be making cookies right now.
Shoot, my granny could make anything she wanted to make.
Yeah, my grandma, she'd make pies and all sorts of stuff. She had her own garden and everything out here.
Yeah, my granny used to. I used to watch her cook breakfast. She'd have eggs going and sausage and bacon and pancakes, and she'd make her own homemade syrup all at the same time and never burn anything. I'm like, how is that even possible?
Huh, yeah, well,
I sure as heck can't do that many things at once without screwing something up. I'm trying to cut a little channel in here, right there,
yeah.
to let some of the light go down through there more
Oh, for your top of your shuttle bay there.
for the sides of it.
Oh, the sides of it, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we want it to be blue, yeah.
I didn't mean to cut that all the way through. I'll have to fix that. No biggie.
Shh, nobody will see it. Nothing to see here.
Not when I get it fixed, they won't.
You're taking this to Wonderfest if you get it done, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's slowly approaching too. It's like about 160 days or so. I
Yeah,
think.
it's still a ways off, but it is approaching. Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Yeah, but you ain't got as many projects as Andrew does.
Who, me?
No, not as I think you do. I think
No.
Andrew had like 4 or 5 projects he was going to work on. He's going to take to Wonderfest this year.
Andrew?
Yeah.
He still ain't finished the 2 enterprises yet.
Yeah. Well, he might get to his Aztecing this week.
Bring the same enterprise back with a little more done.
Yeah, the other enterprise was pretty much the one that he brought there. I think he pretty much had the Aztecing done. I think all he needed to do was do the registry and the boats and that.
Well, he was working on the Aztecing at Wonderfest.
Right. But I think he finished it after Wonderfest, and that's when he got started on the other one.
Well, he just got the blue base coat on it not long ago.
Right, that's what he was working on. He was putting on Greeblies for it Saturday night with
Yeah.
Ken. I didn't even know that those were on there. I thought this Enterprise sauce was pretty smooth, but I never knew there was anything that stuck up out of there. But apparently he knows that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that sticks up on the sides of the Enterprise. Well, let's see how this works out.
Only about a dozen wires going in.
4 from the shuttle bay.
Is this the last thing you got to light, and then you can basically get it put together? Or
One other thing, I got on this part right here, I need to build light boxes for these 2 little strips.
oh, on the back side, gotcha.
Yeah, and that's it. Then I can start putting everything together.
Nice.
I'm going to work on those tonight if I get the shuttle bay done in time.
With the huge shuttle in it.
It is a big shuttle for that little bitty shuttle bay, ain't it?
Yeah, considering what you guys were looking at with pictures and that the other time.
I guess I could reprint it again and shrink it down a little bit. I really don't feel like messing with it no more.
Does that come with the kit or the when you bought that resin print?
Yeah.
You'd think that they would have that in the right scale, but
Well, they had to shrink down the shuttle bay, you know, because
right, to get it in there.
yeah. You know, it's just like half the rooms that you see on the Enterprise wouldn't actually fit in the ship where they're supposed to be.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, because they build the sets to look the way they want them to. They don't consider whether they'll actually fit where they're supposed to be on the ship.
They're like TARDISes.
Yeah, that's it. Like the recreation room on the refit, you know, where they had that big scene talking about the Voyager, the V'ger, and all of that, you know, and they had all those people standing around. That room was about 10 times bigger than what would actually fit right there on the rim of the saucer.
Right. You're not supposed to know that plot twist.
Right. That's not a plot twist. That's a miscalculation. Oops.
We secretly took out the ceilings so that you would not notice it.
Yeah.
We're using fisheye lenses. It looks bigger than it is.
There we go. I just got to fix that little hole where I cut it too much there. No big deal.
Ain't you got to add your little torpedo things on the back yet?
Yeah, I still got to add those, but the lights are already in place. I just got to glue those on. They just fit into those little recesses there.
Right. Heck, I never even noticed those when, I'm watching the show. I didn't notice all that stuff until I saw that one when we were talking about the shuttle bay, whether it had that stoop on the end of it or not.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to leave it on there.
Yeah. And when the rivet counters come along, they can say, "Oh no, yeah,
that's not supposed to be there." Well, it is on mine.
No, you just go, "How do you know? Did you walk the ship?
Did you build this ship?"
Yeah." And Alex says, "LOL." That makes me remember that if you look at the layout of, say, the Millennium Falcon or the Griffin House or even that Planet Express building, that they seem to be breaking physics.
Yeah.
That's just about in anything too,
Well, yeah, because you got one guy that designs the ship, and then you got other people that design the sets.
The only one I think would maybe be almost correct would be the one with the JJ Prize Enterprise, because they kind of do show the internals of it.
They made it bigger, but if you remember that scene where they're chasing Khan through the inside of the ship,
Right.
and then they get down to where the warp core and stuff is. That looked like the Grand Canyon inside that ship. That room was so big.
Oh yeah.
How could that fit inside the ship and still have all the other rooms in there?
Well, even in Strange New Worlds, when they're standing in there, it's awful big in the
Yeah,
back of the warp thing. It's like, It almost seems like the ship ought to be 3 times the size of it is, when
at
you're looking
least.
at it.
I mean, that is one thing that J.J. Abrams did. He made the ship bigger than the original ship was,
Right.
but I don't think he made it big enough to fit that room in that they were showing. I heard a Discord beep.
The ding must be somebody. I turned most of my notifications off. That way I don't get disturbed by it.
Yeah, I usually do too.
Unless it's a specific mention or a person that's actually trying to message me. So these are the lights that you're putting on the side then, right?
Yeah. Let's check my soldering. Voila.
Woohoo, we have lights.
Look, Don, lights.
Step into the lights. All are welcome. Wrong.
Step into the light, Carrie Ann.
Every time I see that with lights, I keep thinking of that little lady from Poltergeist doing that voice.
Step into the light, Carrie Ann.
Yes. That's one of those movies that's kind of creepy when you look at it the way it was, but
Oh, I love Poltergeist.
I never really was. I don't quite remember Poltergeist 2 as much as the original one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the one where the girl almost died or drowned in the pool there of water.
Yeah.
Apologize for my dog. He's being one of those kind of dogs.
No, you're good.
Background. He's like he's got a gnaw on himself.
Knives is over here, sound asleep. Oh, cooperate, light. And right about now is when Don says, "See, lights are evil." I think I need to make it a little bit shorter, but that's easy enough to do.
had to mute for a minute. I was trying to get my Alexa to turn on the bedroom lights, and she goes and turns on the kitchen lights. I'm like, no, bedroom lights, bedroom lights.
She doesn't want to listen.
Well, I had to change the name to a different thing, but there's a couple times that I was watching something and they said that, and it started in answering. I was like, no, you're not supposed to answer that.
No, not that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, Don says, wow, lights. Nah. Oh, well.
That's right, Don. Wow.
But will they dance?
They will when I get through with them.
He's making a tiny bomb. Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. Now the blue shows up better with the
Oh yeah.
shuttle bay lights on.
When she was sitting there on the bench there, you could even see the light was coming out there nice and bright.
See, the way it was before when I turned on the little overhead light that I put in to light up the inside of the shuttle bay, you
Right.
couldn't hardly tell the blue lines were lit.
Right. I
But now
remember
you
that.
can see them good.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is glue that light strip in place right there.
You ever used any of those flat light panels that they make?
I used those in my Falcon,
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. I
in
didn't.
the Bandai Falcon, in
Yeah.
the cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
There's so little room in there between the outside edge of the control panels and stuff and the inside edge of the shell of the cockpit. Todd had bought some that he was going to use on his Falcon, and then he decided not to. So when he sent me the 3D printed hallway to put behind the cockpit,
But you lit in
yes,
super fashion.
he also sent me those little light panels, which worked great in the cockpit.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I bought a couple different sizes. Oh, my kitty cat's now thinking that she's got to come talk.
I heard that.
What do you need, kitty?
I didn't hear the dog when you were talking about him, but I heard the kitty.
I guess she wanted to come and get petted. So she's probably telling me, Daddy, I want some food.
Why are you sitting there talking to yourself? Feed me. What is wrong with you?
Growing up in this house, and it's that time of the year. It's when you pet them and they get the static electricity.
Yeah.
It's like, and they're like, oh. Yeah, when I saw them on the Route Master, they used a couple to light up behind the panels for the destination things. That's where I came across them. In
On
that,
those little light panels.
yeah, I thought,
Yeah.
oh, great to use for certain things, you know.
Yeah, they are.
And I was thinking about putting one in my Dalek uh, to take and put in the cockpit where the alien sits inside of it. because they don't really have anything in there as far as I know. And he's got it almost looks like a smartphone that he's sitting on top of or whatever in that for the control panel. And I thought, wow, one of those flat lights might work pretty good in there, but I haven't done anything with that because I'm not sure exactly when, to see what it's going to look like when we get done. Some of the people are modding that up pretty good inside of that part, I guess, or using their own wires and stuff.
Yeah, that Dalek is cool.
Yeah. And Todd's here. He's saying hello and good evening, all.
What's going on, Todd?
All.
You missed it, Todd. I was using your favorite stuff.
Oh. Blech.
Todd says barf.
Pretty much.
Now we gotta get these little guys soldered back on.
And Ken's here also saying hello and good evening all. Oh, they're all coming out of the woodwork, Donnie. Watch out.
What's up, Ken?
Alex is talking about my cat meowing. Such an adorable sound. No, it's annoying when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and they're doing that.
But that's what cats do.
And Alex is asking Ken, did you see what I posted in the military on Discord? Mm-hmm.
That is cool. It's a RC Japanese aircraft carrier.
I haven't been on Discord.
Well, he was just talking about it at the beginning of the stream.
Gotcha.
And I hopped over there and looked at it.
Ah. Alex asked me if I got any names picked out for my Dalek. Yeah, finished. When I get all the parts, it'll be finished. That'll be his name. I'm finished. I don't think we're going to have that done by next year this time.
Has there been a bunch of delays in it?
Oh, no, there's just that many parts. I think it's 100.
How many stages is it?
I think it's 140, I think, in that Dalek. Yeah, and they send you about 2-3 pieces. We're still working on the skirting that goes on the bottom there, and that's like 3 issues just for that. So I think I should be getting. I think they did take payment out for it already, because I'm getting to the finishing the skirt, the black skirt that goes around, and then we're getting I think 2 of the wheels and maybe 1 motor and the bar goes across there, but we don't install anything really.
You don't install any of it yet?
No, according to what I've seen, and if they got up there, we're still actually working on the base when we get to. Let me think here, what that is supposed to be. They actually added. Did they add more? Oh, they added more. They only had up to 56. Now they've got up to 50. Oh, they got up to 60. Ooh, and another motor. There's 3 motors so far. Oh, looks like we're getting some controllers in 59, but I'm not up that far yet. But they're still working on the base of this thing, all aluminum. They are, yeah, I'm like up to, I'll be getting like 47, 48, 49, and 50, which is just the cup wheels. So I'll have to look at these later on and find out.
There it is.
I don't know when I'm supposed to be getting my Ford Falcon parts and that, but they're supposed to be coming too. But Hachette been like I said, they've been right on time. They take the payment out. A few days later, the parts show up.
That's good. Oh, I see.
And Jody says, "Can't forget the darkness man himself, Darkwood Dawn."
There we go.
Nice.
Got the lights on top.
Now you're gonna make those do different things, right? They're not all gonna be on a static together, are they?
Yeah, they're all, that's just static.
Are you leaving them static though that way, or
Yeah. The
even
Orville has no flashers, no navs, no nothing. It's just on.
even the torpedo tubes you were gonna leave them on?
Well, I mean, I could add a button to fire the torpedoes, but if you watch, I sit and watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, like the Orville flying around and stuff like that, and you can see the torpedo tubes lit up like that. They're just got a white light behind them.
Ah, okay.
And then when they fire, an actual physical torpedo comes out. So
Right. Jody says, "Cool, Donnie." And Trent
thank you.
says, "Great, Donnie."
Thank you. But I got that part done. So now I need to work on building those 2 light boxes.
Yes. More boxes
Let's see, where's
of
those?
lights for Mr. Don to admire.
Here they are. Here's one of them. These are the little torpedo tubes.
Ah, gotcha.
And they just, oops.
Oh, don't break it. Don't break.
They just,
They sit in that cavity there then.
yeah, they sit right there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to end up breaking it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They'll just give me more episodes to stream. Fixing everything I broke.
We broke it last issue. We're starting over again. Doing a buck thing then, huh? Trying to break
Yeah.
it so you make content longer.
But let me get this out of the way. And then we'll get the other part over here. Work on those little light boxes.
Did you burn your arm there while you were trying to do some soldering?
Oh, you mean that this right here?
Yeah.
No, I did that at work Saturday.
Uh-oh. Not supposed to do that.
I know.
Did you and a car get in a fight?
Yeah, the car won.
I bought the car and the car won. Ken says, "Looking good, Donnie."
Thank you, Ken. I just need to figure out how I'm going to build these light boxes because it's like,
Slightly rounded there.
yeah. And see, it's got a light box. This has blue lights in it. It's got a little light box that I made for that, which sits right there, right down in there.
Right. Callis says the model's looking good too.
Thank you.
It's gonna look crashed if he keeps breaking it, Ken.
No, this is not wood. This is resin. It doesn't break as easy.
Donnie has small hands. He won't break it. He's not like us. Hulk smash.
Right.
I'm guessing you got those rubber banded together there. That's what
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, for the moment.
All them tiny wires in there.
It's just a couple.
It's filler. Oh.
It's spaghetti.
Just tell them the model has high tensile strength in there.
Hey, there you go. Reinforcement.
Right. It's got guts, man. I don't think I've ordered this one yet from GamBody. They had a sale on here just the other day for Black Friday and stuff.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I like though that they when you get on your account there, if you do buy them, it goes in like your favorites list, so you have them all there. You don't have to like try to sort through everything.
Yeah, you don't have to download them all and keep up with them.
But I noticed that if you don't try to put something specific in, they don't show you all the models that there's actually on their site.
Oh, I know. They've got so many.
You have to take and try to sort through it. I actually tried to look for that one that was from Battle Beyond the Stars, that Nell one that Lou Del Maso was doing the last time on his.
I don't know if GamBody has that one.
It doesn't. Not yet, anyways.
The one that Lou's doing is a resin kit, cast resin. I can't remember who did that kit now. I looked it up a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, Jody says,
know.
"Oh,
I can't
break
remember.
time's over. Time to make the donut. Time to make the donuts. I already made the donuts."
Time to make the donuts.
Reminds me today, my buddy and I had to take him. We were running around town doing a bunch of stuff, and he's like, sees this Little Caesars. He's a Little Caesars type of guy. He doesn't like Domino's because he thinks Caesars has got the best sauce. And
Little Caesars is not bad.
Anyways, I guess they got these little, I don't remember what they called them. He called them like a muff cake or something. They're like a cup in a cupcake style pizza, and you can get them like either with cheese or with cheese and pepperoni, and you get 4 of them for like, I think it's like $3.99 or something like that. Damn, they were good.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they look like a little cupcake, like a deep dish cupcake almost. They had butter
Weird.
just oozing out of them. Basically, it was like, oh yeah. He scarfed him down. He likes Little Caesars and Burger King.
Oh no, I can't do Burger King.
He thinks that they've got the best burger, versus everybody else. So Alec is asking, "Hey Don, or whoever is knowledgeable in batteries, if I am looking for A UM1 dry cell batteries, would I need the size D batteries, or what batteries would I need?
UM1 dry cell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Alec. You just have to look up, go online and look up UM1 dry cell battery and see what you come up with.
I've never even heard of them before.
I haven't either.
And Ken's telling Jody, you show him who's the boss, Jody. Jody's now Tony Danza, huh? I used to watch that show.
Yeah,
Who's the
they
boss?
look like D cell batteries.
That's almost
Get
like trying to
6 of
find.
them for $10.50.
That's almost like trying to look for those ones for R2D2.
Yeah.
Unprotected, unbuttoned.
Yeah, I guess UM1 is a D cell battery. That's what it looks. No, C cell. I'm sorry, it's a C. I don't know.
I guess it depends on what he's putting it in.
Yeah, it's showing C and D cells
Mm.
for UM1. UM1 size D 1.5 volt dry battery. I don't know, Alec. You'd have to look at the kit and see what size battery it needs.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever's going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we here working on the Orville, and you're looking that up, and it's reminding me. I was watching shorts and stuff, and you know what's been coming up? That episode with Bortus and the other one. They're doing the smoking the cigarette.
Cigarettes.
Yeah,
That was a good one. He had that big brick of like 100 cigarettes.
oh, when Ed comes in there and he's like, "What are you guys doing in here?" And he goes, "These are our quarters," and they got all the cigarette butts sitting there, and they're just smoking them and
Yeah.
that. We're going down to sick bay. For what? Alex says, "Oh, my bad. It's not RC. It's just motorized. It has the electronics to spin the props only."
Oh.
Just to make it look like it's spinning. Right, okay.
Well, now you don't need a radio.
No, but the Bismarck that Hachette sold, and Agora was reselling after Hachette. Somebody took that metal hull and he filled it all in to make sure that it was seaworthy, and turned it into an RC boat.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that was like, you got all them hull pieces that are all stuck. It's kind of like the Yamato that I'm putting together. It's all just little sections, and he seamed it in together and made it into remote control. He shows it out on the thing. It's just like, that's crazy. That's like some of them guys that I've seen. Like, I don't know if it was Will or somebody else, and they took the whole Cobra Mustang that they, or not Cobra, the snake that they had that Agora put out, the first model, and he stripped the white off in it, and he painted it that green and white for the Mustang. I'd be, oh man, I don't know. Unless I was that good at painting like you, I don't think I would want to attempt to try to redo it. Well, I think actually Will took his DB5 and repainted the whole thing too.
He did. He repainted the whole car.
Yeah. But if they do it, enough times, they got practice on that stuff. That's my one downfall. I'm not a very good painter. I can do a lot of other things, but when it comes to the painting, it's just kind of like,
I can paint small stuff better than I can paint larger stuff, but
your detailing is more phenomenal than anything.
well, thank you.
I've got minis, but I haven't attempted to do that yet.
It's just like anything else. It takes practice.
Well, it takes a little bit more of a steady hand too.
Well, there's ways to cheat at that. Trust me.
Well, I know I got one of those little things like you were showing in that, but still, it's like. It's like
You
me
just
getting
got to know how to cheat properly.
Don't look close, right? Keep the people 6 feet back, right?
Something like that.
8 feet if it's that bad. Now I've never seen that black styrene before. I've only seen it in white.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I always use black for stuff like this because that way you don't have to light block.
Where did you buy that at, or do you remember?
Amazon.
Is Amazon? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
have to look them up.
Yeah, I got I think it was a 6-pack of them, just big sheets.
Okay. I'll have to look that up.
I've got white too, but black works better for building light boxes.
Yeah. I sent Jody up there some white stuff, but that was even hard to find. Of course, like I said, I sent him the wrong stuff the first time, and I was trying to send him styrene sheets and I sent him that foam stuff, but at least he's able to use it for something.
Oh man, Jody could use anything.
I almost broke down. I thought, I should send him some more stuff in there, like some stuff that I had laying around. I thought, oh yeah, he could use this and this and this and this, and just keep throwing it at his things. He just open up the box and he just have all these little pieces and like, what am I supposed to do with this? Use them.
He can, man. He can use anything.
But when the lady, even the lady, she couldn't believe that she works there. She's like, I couldn't believe that was $153 just to send a package, and that's only like a 1.45 pounds. It's like, wow.
Yeah, shipping has gotten outrageous over the last couple of years.
It wasn't that bad to ship it. You guys, the stuff. It was just international to Canada. Somebody says, well, you should buy it in Canada. Well, that was the problem. I couldn't find the stuff in Canada. Otherwise, I would have bought it in Canada and shipped it from Canada.
Duh.
Yeah. So Alex says, or maybe not. The instructions said to make some areas waterproof. So I don't know. He says, but whatever it is, I'm still adding lights and smoke to mine to bring her to life. Must be talking about his Titanic.
No, he's talking about that aircraft carrier,
Oh,
Japanese
the aircraft carrier.
aircraft carrier. At least I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm claiming ignorance. I don't know. Maybe he can clarify. He says he's talking about the Shino.
Yeah, the Japanese aircraft carrier.
Oh, you speak of the Japanese aircraft carrier. Oh, the Shino.
It
Well,
does look cool.
that's what the Yamato was supposed to be was the space battleship. It was actually the Yamato. They resurrected it from the dead because it was their ship, and then they turned it into a space battleship.
Yeah, but it wasn't an aircraft carrier. It was a
No, it was
battleship.
just a battleship, right?
Yeah, that was Japan's largest battleship in World War II,
Right.
the Yamato.
The speaking of aircraft carriers, I bought that Gerald R. Ford one that they had popped out the beginning of this year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's got photo etch and a bunch of little planes.
I'm waiting for him to get the Enterprise done.
The actual Enterprise.
Yeah, the CVN 85 Enterprise, the Gerald R. Ford class.
The one where they taking dummies and shooting them off the end of the launcher.
Catapults.
Yeah, the catapults. They're launching them. Whee! Out into the water.
Why not, right?
Well, they're I don't know which one is if it's the Kennedy that they're scrapping down in Texas. I think.
They're working on the Enterprise,
Right.
but she ain't done yet.
No.
It's
You know.
actually got electromagnetic catapults
Right.
instead of steam.
Don't break your wires now.
Right?
That's my biggest worry. Like Jody was having the other night, breaking the wires after you get it all said and done. Just go, oh man.
Oops.
Well, by that time, it's all seamed in. Then you
Yeah.
kind of, what do I do? Do I tear it apart, or do I just say F it?
Just say F it.
Well, talking about these battleships and stuff, I'm going through the parts for that Yamato. There's a lot of little Cosmo uh, sharks to build for that thing.
Cosmo fighters.
Yeah, the fighters in there. There's got to be almost a dozen of them that I've got to make.
Yeah. I built a 72nd, I think it's 72nd scale Cosmo fighter.
Oh, really? They made one?
Yeah.
Hmm. Cool. I'll have to look that up.
It's a Bandai? Yeah, Bandai.
What if they're still around or not?
It wasn't that long ago when I bought that one. Year and a half, something like that.
When you gonna put your Bandai Yamato together?
I don't know.
You got sidetracked with all the wood and resin printing.
Right? I'll get to it though.
We were talking about that, and I don't remember in that. Does that have any light kit that came with it, or it's made to?
The Bandai Yamato,
Yeah.
it has lights and sounds.
Did it have motorized too? Because Ian was
Yeah.
talking about it, whether the torpedo launchers were.
Well, not the torpedo launchers, the guns on the top deck.
Oh, just the guns then. Okay.
You know the little small guns on the side that turn, and then
Right.
the big guns up on the front.
Right.
Those are all motorized.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't really. I know it was expensive. That's why I wasn't sure. That's the reason why. Now I know. That's 350 scale ain't it, too, ain't it?
Yeah,
Hmm. Well, I'll have this model to take and go off from when I build that one.
that's why I want to get the part work for the Andromeda,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got.
because Bandai didn't make a 350 scale Andromeda. So the only way to get one close to the right scale would be to get the part work one.
Right. That's the second ship, right? The one that's got the two like kind of hexagon.
That's the aircraft carrier one.
Right. I was making sure all the parts when they sent that to me that they had sent me all the stages of it,
All
and
the bits.
yeah, some of those are pretty good size uh, parts in that one. And then the other one was the what the heck do they call the third one? I can't think of what it was.
That was the Gamora ship.
Yeah.
That's the bad guy ship.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sorry. I must have put all your viewers to sleep.
They quit chatting.
They're just intrigued in watching you build boxes. Either that,
Ooh, light boxes.
yeah, or they're building something of their own.
Could be.
Yeah. Of course, you're probably making Todd puke right now. So
Well, Don doesn't chat a whole lot anyway. He'll pop in and say a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
things, and then he'll disappear for a while.
Watch out, Todd. He's using Zip Kicker.
I says,
Yeah. And Alex is studying his instructions.
so you didn't put them asleep. They're just doing other things.
He's probably playing with his wooden model online, building his house again,
Yeah,
adding in all those pipes and greeblies.
that is crazy, you know?
30 years from now, I'll be like, yeah, check this out. I modeled this whole thing here. I got to find this pipe.
Oh, it's right here.
When a guy comes to fix his house and he's like, yeah, it's right here on this model here. Let's like just show you on my computer.
Hey, Todd, when you get through 3D modeling that thing, are you going to turn it into a STL and print it out? Print your house?
Oh my God. He says he's assembling the roof trusses as we speak. It gets
That
me to
would be
thinking,
wild.
are you
3D
climbing on the
print his
roof?
house.
Yeah. It gets me wondering, he's taking all these pictures. Is he going to get up there and make sure that all the roof shingles are right?
He might.
Take pictures of all the roof shingles, make sure those are all modded right. Oh, yeah, this is where it curves right here. And then this little piece.
No, 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 no. This shingle's supposed to be 3 more inches to the left.
Yeah. Drone baby. Ah, yeah, there's that. That's right. Actually, I used my drone to do that on my 106 foot by 35 foot barn to look at the roof. Fly it up there because it takes a 50-foot step ladder or a ladder just to get to the eaves of it. Yeah, so she's up there. She's about, I'd say she'd be 4 stories if to the peak. Yeah, that's
That's a
why
serious barn, Howard.
well, that's what they built back in the day.
True.
I'm hoping the guys are gonna call me up and say they're coming to work on it because I've been waiting and waiting for them to do it. So to take and put new boards on the back side because they're all falling off, and I want to get it repaired and stuff on the front and back. So
My grandfather had a huge barn.
well, this is one of the biggest barns in the township right now, if not more in the area, because most of them have fallen down. People have dilapidated, but it's costing me $25,000 just to do what I want to get it done, just for putting wood on it and stuff. But
Just repairing it.
when we did the roof, everybody come out and they go, "That's a big barn. We'll get back to you on it." Never hear from them again. You know.
Man, you think they'd come back? That'd be a lot of money for them.
Well, it was $30,000 just back in 2003 when we had it done. In that, and that was them tearing off all the 3 layers of shingles because it had the old cedar shingles underneath that. And I'll tell you what, when they got done tearing all that off, it was just black all over the place on the floor and stuff because of all the years of dust from all the chaff and stuff that was up in there. But
Really?
oh yeah, some of the guys were covered with just they looked like they came out of a coal mine almost.
Wow.
So, but yeah, then we had it resheeted with OSB and they're called T-locks. They look like a squatty one of those Serif San tees and that, but they take a little bit of you know knowing how to put them in so that you don't get them too tight or too loose. But the barn is sort of like shifting a little bit, and so with the drone, I could go up there and I could see where the shingles have ripped off slightly on the one spot. So I'd like to have a metal roof put on it, uh, if possible, but I think that's going to be slightly expensive too in itself.
Probably.
But the guys that are working on the barn, they would do it. So I guess I'd have to get a quote from them to find out, kind of get an idea of. So,
How much it would be?
yeah. Oh, like building if we talked about housing and stuff. If you were to build that barn or this house that I live in, because this house has got 29 rooms in it, and that's not including that's including the attic
Oh, that'd
space
cost a
and stuff.
fortune now.
Oh yeah, you're looking at over $1 million probably just for this house, and probably $500,000 or better for that barn.
Yeah, they're selling uh 2,000, 2,100 square foot homes around here now for $400,000 easy.
Oh yeah. And Ricardo's here. He says, "Hello, Donnie," and hi to everyone else in chat.
What's going on, Ricardo?
We're just watching Donnie make some light boxes
Light boxes.
just to make Don happy,
Yes.
because Don loves lights.
He just doesn't know it yet.
What's he always saying? Lights are for beginners.
Did you hear what I asked him the other night?
Oh, when he was going to start?
Yeah. So when you gonna start?
I'm just a beginner. I don't know how to do any of this right now.
But like I said, I understand why he doesn't want to play with electronics that much because he did it for years at work.
Oh, I'm sure, and that's a frustrating to take and track down computer chips and stuff that does stuff. And my Alexa's going off because that's the key word.
Computer.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, it's like I sand cars all day. I wouldn't want to do that for a hobby. So
Yeah. So how did the car get you? Did it try to use the sander on you?
no, I leaned up against it. They're hot when they come out.
Oh. Ah. So it is a burn then.
Yeah, when they come into the paint plant, they're just bare metal.
Right.
And then they go through the e-coat process. And then when they come out of the e-coat, they go through the oven to dry the e-coat. The oven's like 500 degrees or 450 or 500 degrees.
Oh.
Then they come out of the oven, they go through a little cooling tunnel. But when they come into the prep booth, they're still about 160, 170 degrees. They're toasty.
Oh. And then you guys are expected to touch them and take all the little burrs off.
Right.
So basically, you're doing what you do like Andrew when he does when you guys prime stuff. Then you go back through and go,
Right.
oh,
Exactly.
and then it goes off to the paint guys. Then
Yeah. Then it goes over to the paint booth.
now that electric static that primer on there when they do the cars. I'm assuming they're hot dipped. Basically, is what you're doing.
The e-coat is.
Right.
The
Right.
paint's not. The paint is sprayed on.
So and they don't use robots for that, huh? They use humans for that.
No, it's all robots.
Oh, it's all robots. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The e-coat is electrostatically applied.
Right.
The car is charged to, I think it's 100,000 volts or something like that.
Sounds like fun.
But it electrostatically attracts the e-coat to the vehicle as it's going through the vat.
Right. That's what I'm thinking of, like when we went through the John Deere plant down there in Iowa. That's what they were doing, was coating stuff, and the parts would go in bare, and then they'd come out and be like, hmm.
I watched a video one time, one of the computer YouTube channels that I follow,
Yeah.
and they were taking a tour of some plant over in Korea where they e-coat the metal parts for computer cases.
Oh, yeah.
And they were walking along this little walkway, and on each side of the walkway was these humongous vats of the e-coat stuff. And the guy was explaining to him, how it's charged up to so many 100,000 volts and all of this, and the walkway was right at the top of the vat. And there was just like a little 2-foot tall guardrail on each side. I mean, if you could trip, fall right into the vat. And the guy asked him, he goes, well, what happens if somebody falls into one of these vats? Oh, you die. And over here we have, like, it's just no big deal at all. Oh, you die. And then he just continues on with the tour. I was like, damn.
He does a Joker into the thing, but he ain't coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to stop at the plant because we have a guy in here. He come out looking a little plated. He did. Oh, our favorite man here, Kenneth, is here. He says, "Hey,
Kenneth is here.
buddy, Johnny."
What's going on, Kenneth? He's not rolling on the ceiling laughing.
I guess it wasn't a funny story when somebody dies.
I guess not.
Oh yeah, I've watched a couple where they're doing that, and it looks like it's a bubbling vat of stuff, but it's really actually looks like powder. Really,
No, it's liquid, or our E-code is liquid anyway.
is it liquid? Mm.
Yeah.
When
Powder
they
coat is electrostatically applied too, but it's usually sprayed on.
what do they keep a constant filling that, or do they run so many cars through it and then have to empty it out and start over?
No, it stays full all the time.
Mm.
They just add to it. It gets emptied out and cleaned ever so often, but not very often.
We secretly forgot to turn off the high voltage. Let's see what happens when Johnny goes in.
I can tell you what won't happen. Johnny won't come back out. Not under his own power anyway.
No.
Can you imagine stepping into a 100,000 volt vat? Jesus.
Well, it's not the volts that kill you; it's the amperage,
Well, that's true, but still.
and it's not even 1 amp. It's less than 1 amp will kill you. So
Yeah, I need to paint these white.
did you test to see if they're actually gonna let the other piece fit in there? Or?
Yeah, it'll fit. That's what I was checking a minute ago when I was holding it up there.
Ah.
Let's sit
Well,
right there. That's where he goes, right there.
Yeah. That'll be probably the last piece you'll probably glue in anyways, because you got to get all the wires for the nacelles that come around in there, right?
Oh, you mean for the tail pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna attach those before I attach this to the body of the ship, because look there, I glued a toothpick to my hand.
Nice.
Because you gotta bring the wires in from those.
Right.
And that's gonna be fun to do. I didn't think about that when I put all those light boxes in there.
Oops.
We'll figure it out.
Should have made it play.
I should have put a wire in there first, is what I should have done. But
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Didn't do it.
as they say, hindsight is 20/20, right?
Well, you
That
didn't
will be
have.
easy. I can see that one. This one, I got the light boxes a little more. No, I can see it a little bit there.
What you do is you get something that's really long and stiff, like a
like a coat hanger.
Yeah, and just pull it through like you're doing it in the house.
Well, the fun part is going to be, where are these parts at? Yeah, these right here. These are going to be the fun part, because the wire goes in there,
Right.
and it comes out there.
You need something that's a little more flexible.
It's going to have to curve.
And that's one piece. That's not two pieces.
Yeah, that's just one piece. The thing is, I hope the inside of that little tunnel printed all good.
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking You get blocked up. You're like, why can't I get this through? I know it's coming around there, but I can't.
I don't know what I'll do then.
That's one of those head scratchers. Like, what do I do now?
But that's gonna be the fun part.
Oh,
That's where the blue part goes. I guess it would be the equivalent of the Bassard collectors on a Star Trek ship.
right.
That's where those go.
Gotcha.
Wait to paint.
Now I didn't remember. Did you paint the outside of this already? Or is that the color that you printed it in? Was that resin color?
That's just the resin.
So you don't have any base coat on it yet?
No. Because once I assemble it, then I'm gonna have to go back and fill up all the gaps. So I didn't see really any point in putting
Right.
any paint on it first.
Yeah. I was asking you guys about that. Why you wouldn't put silver aluminum in there to take and help the light reflector on you? Because you think, well, it's like a mirror. It would be. But you guys saying it makes it more blue versus white.
It does. I learned that the hard way when I built my Reliant.
Okay.
Because that's what I did on the inside of the Reliant. I just sprayed the whole inside of it with silver because silver light blocks.
Right.
So it's light blocking and reflecting all in one coat. I thought, hell, this will make it easy. Not so much.
Well, I did actually thinking about it because I did that on when I was working on the floor plates for my uh, the Agostini Falcon and that for the lights underneath the floorboards. But
Right?
I'm using like a warm white, not a white, and I didn't really notice it on there. So,
It
but
makes a definite blue shift
mm.
in the light.
But I guess moving forward with any of my lighting that I'm going to do in there, I should paint it white then. Something to remember.
And flat white actually works better than gloss white.
Really?
Yeah. Because gloss white has a slick surface,
Right.
so it reflects the light.
Right.
Whereas flat white has a almost like a porous surface, because it's flat. It's not
Right.
glossy.
It's a matte. It's a matte finish, so it's kind of
Yeah. So instead of just reflecting the light, it actually scatters the light.
right because it's bumpy in there.
Yeah, which is what you want. You want the light scattered all through the inside of the ship.
Like mirrors on a laser beam.
Yeah. Oh, why did I do that? I still got to paint this part.
Well, I can see why you use the black styrene because then that means you don't have to paint it black and then paint it white.
Right. The black styrene handles the light blocking.
And that's like what 1/16 uh thickness, or is that a?
Don't remember what thickness this is.
Or are we talking millimeters?
No, it's not a millimeter. I think it was 0.5 mil.
Till half a mil. Okay.
But it light blocks great.
Yeah, I've never gotten into. I'm a beginner, like Don. Oh, I've done electronics, but I have never really done a lot of like lighting
Right.
per se on models.
It's the same idea.
Right.
You're probably with lighting about the way I am with programming in Arduino.
Right.
I know just enough about programming Arduino to be really dangerous to myself.
Yep. I mean, I worked with those. I think Todd and I talked about it one time. Those they used to have the 1 in 300 electronic boards and that, and you make all these projects that would make like
Oh yeah.
the thing would chirp or it would do something that had a photo sensor on it and everything. So I learned a lot of that stuff, and I have made a couple of circuit boards, with and did the one where you do the photo etching of the lines on the
Oh
on
yeah,
the board.
the chemical etching.
Yep, but
Yeah.
nothing serious in that.
I made a couple of those when I was a kid.
And
Draw out the circuit with the little black pen, and then you dip it in the acid to etch it.
oh, this was more like you dunk the whole thing in that.
That's what I'm saying. You draw the pattern with a
Oh,
pen.
right.
You know
Yep.
where you want the traces to go. You draw that with that
Yep.
black chemical resist pen.
Right.
And then you dunk the board into the acid, and it eats all the copper away everywhere except where you drew on it.
Right. And Trent's taken off. Said good night, everyone. Good night,
Have a
Trent.
good one, Trent. Watching paint dry, isn't it exciting?
Yes.
I'm helping it along though.
We won't tell nobody.
With the heat gun.
Well, at least one thing is, if it's cold outside, at least you're warm where you're working.
This is true.
Unlike me, I freeze my took us off out here.
Are
Even when
you?
I'm in the house. Oh yeah. That's what I was dealing with today. I was dealing with getting the gas switched over to my name because we could not have accounts in dead people's names. And that they finally, I guess, realized that my mom had passed away, and they sent me a nice little email that says that they were closing the accounts out in her name. And so I'm like, oh, really? And my biggest thing is if it's in her name, if anybody calls me to talk to her and you wonder, well, where did you get her name? You know, it's kind of like, a defense against a scammer, but they can't do that. But we used to have my grandfather's name in the phone book for the longest time, and they'd want to talk to. Could I talk to Mister Dunn? Oh no, he's been dead for quite a long time.
Well, if you figure out how to do that, let me know because
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, they hey, they want to talk to somebody that's been, or they're like, oh yeah, well, biggest one was, oh yeah, like yeah, Mr. Dunn gave us permission a couple years ago. Oh, he did, huh? Hmm. Did you go talk to him at his gravesite?
huh,
And then they just kind of give you this stare, like, shit.
we didn't see that coming.
Oh no, yeah, I've had people tell me that I had a guy, and if I see the guy again this time, I might give him a little bit more authority in that, because drove by we call it the back road and that, but drove by the one road, and here's this guy. He's got his car backed into one of the driveways of one of my fields, and that he's got his chair propped there, and he's just sitting there. It was this summer, and he's got his phone out, and he's like smoking a cigar and stuff, and that like he owned the place, and that. And I said, what are you doing? And that, and he's like, oh, he says, oh, everything. I says, well, you're on my property. He's like, oh, I've been doing this for years, blah, 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 blah. I says, well, I told him, I said, well, my mom passed away. Oh, I knew your mom. I'm like, well, I don't know you type of thing. And I'm thinking, I gotta let him, you know, have a little bit. But I said, you parking in the crops there. Oh, there's nothing there. And I'm thinking, well, if there was, I'd be pretty irate in that. So now that the property's in my name, watch out.
Right?
I'll be hitting the Cartman thing. Respect my authority.
Do not disrespect my authority.
Right. Well, we had a couple guys come by in the wintertime with their snowmobiles, and my dad and I were just standing out there, and I keep seeing these lights going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I'm like, there's people out driving on our field and stuff. And that. So my dad and I went back there, and here's these three guys with snowmobiles. They're just driving back and forth, just tearing back and forth on the thing. And we're like, what are you doing? Well, we're out here today. Well, where are you from? Oh, well, we're from Detroit and that. And I was like, well, why don't you get your stuff? You're on private property. Get it, get your butt out of here and go back there. Well, we got no place to take and run them and stuff. And they're thinking, I don't give a crap.
Right? That's not my problem. That's
then
your problem.
That's right. But then we had the cops come along, and that we had a guy that was driving his 4-wheeler down on one of the fields, and I noticed one day it's like there's this trail of wheels tracks going back all the way to the towards our woods and stuff coming from the road, and I'm thinking, well, there's somebody driving down there, but it doesn't look like a wide enough to be a vehicle, regular vehicle. And that, so I started telling the neighbors around. I says, yeah, if I find this was years ago before my mom and dad were still around, but I'm like, if I find out who it is, man, then I'm gonna kick their ass. And this guy come in, I don't know, a couple of weeks later, and he says, I think you're looking for me. Oh, he goes, yeah. He says, I've been taking my kid back there on the 4-wheeler. He says, and they climb over the fence. And they're sitting on the rock pile watching the cows. Oh, well, that's nice. Thinking, there's a bull out there. And he was, and at that time we had a bull. He was pretty, little bit rank at that time. And I kind of wondered why the cows once in a while they'd come up the lane and that like somebody had been chasing them and something. He goes, yeah, we sit out there and we're just, watching. And I'm thinking, you know what? I says, I don't even know you're back there. I says, if that bull charged you and you guys couldn't get over the fence and you guys were laying there dead, nobody knows to come to find you there. And you're trespassing. Well, a few years later, he was jumping his 4-wheeler across the ditch, and he flipped it out on the road, and my mom caught him, and that had done it, and called the cops. And cops comes out, and she says, "Well, she wanted to, press it." Her buddy came and got the 4-wheeler so that they didn't, wasn't there. But the cop says, "Oh, well, you got to have it posted every 50 feet, in order to be able to press charges." And I thought to myself, well, that's kind of bullshit.
Right?
It's my property, Don't you think that somebody should stay off your property?
You would think.
That'd be like somebody walking around the back of your house, just huh, Well, it's not, it's just private property. Well, it's not posted anywhere, What's just funny is I had the other day I had the neighbor call me, saying that my guys had walked over and was trespassing on this other guy's property, which is on the international transmission lines come through, the big power lines, and nobody's supposed to hunt on them on that property. Well, there's guys that hunt towards it. There's guys that hunt towards the other guy's properties and stuff, because there's 4 properties that kind of butt up against each other. Well, they supposedly tracked blood and footprints back to my property, and they said, so he was calling and said, my guys have been over there, about calling them, to make sure. I said, okay, well, I'll talk to the guys. So I called the one guy because I knew that he had gotten a buck there on my property, and he says, oh yeah, it was in the morning. He said he'd been hunting there, and 2 guys came from this other property that's behind me, and that they were tracking a doe, I guess, apparently, and they were following a blood trail, and they went all the way down to the hayfield or whatever and stuff, and I said, well, okay. So then I talked to another guy, his name Zach, and told him, because I knew he'd walked over there. Well, because I had asked my neighbor, how fresh it looked, for the blood trail. And he said, oh, looked pretty fresh. Well, when I went to look where the other guy had shot the other thing, because he told me he had to go on the neighbor's property, and I didn't know how far he had to go or anything like that. I called him up and said, well, hey, how far did you have to go into a property? And he says, oh, just a couple feet into the property. He says, but it was on last Sunday. It wasn't this past Sunday. Well, so I knew that the snow had fallen, after he had been out there to get his deer. So this was really fresh. And when I found out that these other 2 guys had come across from there, I called the neighbor back and I said, hey, they told me there was a couple of guys that was tracking deer today, and they were looking for one. So he assumed that it was my guys, but it wasn't.
It was somebody else.
Right. But I sent the guys the whole thing with, the phone number of the guy, because, says, if you guys have to go track over there, you call him and tell him, So if you guys don't call him and tell him, I'm going to assume that it's not you guys if he calls me back and says, hey, somebody, doing it, to check on the neighbors. Because there's a guy that was blatantly, I guess, last year or year before, was hunting right across onto the other guy's property. And the guy that hunts that one, he comes all the way out from Detroit, and he's missing his legs from the knees down. And so he gets out there and he rides his lawnmower back there to go hunting at his blind. Now that's a dedication there.
Right?
So, yeah, you got about 12 minutes there to finish
I
up
know
what
it.
you're doing, sir. We're secretly watching this man from above playing with his lights. Spaghetti wire. We're not sure exactly what he's doing, but he's doing something. He's in his native habitat. He's about
Exactly.
He's making smoke. Do the commentary and golf things. And now he's about to use his siren.
Looks like he's got a 5-iron.
Yes, he's about ready to lay down. Oh, and there's the putt. Looks like a long drive. Right there. Not sure if it's going to be a hole-in-one or not, but we might be. He does a little tug just to make sure it doesn't come off. Oops. There it goes.
Whoops.
He tugged too hard. You just guesstimate your wire, or you just say, that looks about right, or you kind of give yourself enough to.
I just try to give myself enough to make sure it can get where it goes. You know, you can always trim it off, but it's a lot harder to add more.
Well, and then that's another joint that you got a bad connection if something
Yeah.
goes. Plus, you got to seal it up and everything else. And of course, now that they've got that liquid electrical
Liquid
tape,
electrical tape.
yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I had to deal with some wiring issues in my skid steer here this fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was trying to plant some trees, and I went to turn on the lights because it was getting dark, and all of a sudden my machine was beeping and blooping at me and everything, and no lights. Like, what's going on? So I was doing it again, and of course it tells me how many volts, and the voltage all of a sudden went from down to like 4.7, and it's just beeping at me. I was like, I don't know if I want to turn this
That's
thing
not
off.
good.
So I leave it running.
Is it a 12-volt system or 24-volt?
12 volt.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty well 12 volt. Not too many. I don't think there's too many things out there anymore that's 24 volt. If they're 12, if they've got two batteries in them, they're usually in a series or parallel together. So you've got two batteries versus one. In that,
But still 12-volt.
right. Not to be confused with 6 volts, which I put 12 volts to 6 volt on a tractor, not knowing it at the time. Young, dumb, and stupid. He kind of fried a few things.
Oops.
So, yeah, oops. And then of course I got an Ellis Chalmers tractor, and it's actually a positive ground and not negative ground.
Oh, the old school.
Yeah, so there. Yeah, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that they ever actually had it the opposite way. But I guess that's
Cars used to be that way at one time.
really. I didn't know that. But and Hobby Times here. He's saying hi, guys.
What's going on? That's Gordon, right?
I believe so. But so I drove my skid steer back and I parked it in front of the tool shed at the shop, and I'm like, well, there's something wrong with the lights and that. And I shut it off, and I thought, well, maybe I'll start it up and see what happens. Nothing. Completely dead. I'm like, what in the heck? So we started trying to, trace the wires down. Had my cousin come out that he works for AIS and that's what he does. He's a diesel mechanic, but he does all the work on all
He
of it.
works for Allison Chambers.
No, it's I don't know what AIS stands for. They're a rental company for like Komatsus and Caterpillars and John Deere stuff that people use, and so he's out like most of the stuff is like usually out on the dumps, I guess, is where he's at most of the time. But he come tracing around. They couldn't figure it out. They figured, well, we're getting power here, we're getting power here, we're getting power here, but nothing here, and they kept saying through it. So we thought, well, maybe tried the fuses and all this stuff. Well, finally he got to digging into it. Come to find out, it was where the coupler that goes from the bulkhead on the skid steer into the cage part, where all the uh, electronics and the key start and everything. Because I thought maybe it was the key, and stuff. And no, the mice had gotten in there and they chewed some of the wiring, the
Oh, nice.
coating off the wiring and that, and so some of it corroded and stuff. So the main uh, bus wire that comes in there from the battery was corroded enough it was shorting out. So, and it is Gordon. Okay.
Thought it was.
Yeah. Now, if we could just find the right wires to go to the right thing, we'll be all set.
Right.
Never mind the wire tidy. If it works, it works, right?
Well, I'll tidy the wires later.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get everything working.
Yeah. Now, like I say, I'm hi to Gordon. He says he's redoing his temp tower. Looks like I had a partial failure to adhere to the bed to the point it was released once it was about to finish.
On a temp tower?
I guess.
A temp tower is a calibration print.
Yes.
I didn't know if you knew that or not.
Well, when you said calibrate, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's got the different things where it heats up the thing as it goes along to see how
Well,
it
it
fares.
prints what looks like a bunch of bridges stacked up on top of each other,
Right,
and each layer is printed at a different temp.
right. I think I've done one of them. It starts like at 100 and it goes to like something like 170 or something like
Well,
that.
you can set it for
Right.
whatever you want it to be, depending on what filament you're using.
Well, the ones that I've done, it had actually had a temperature thing on the side. I think it would print the temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the side of each little bridge, it
Right.
has the temp that layer was printed in.
I never did one of those ones where it was the calibration one where it had all the like the ABCs. It did the numbers and like different types of fine focal points.
I'm not sure I know which one you're talking about.
Different steps up and down. And we have lights. Yay!
Oh, this one's not working. Why is this one not working?
Uh-oh. That's the one you just put in.
Yeah, I know. Oh, because I didn't connect the ground wire. That's why.
Well, that might help.
Yeah, it might. Just a little. Just a little.
That 32 gauge wire you're using?
30 gauge.
30 gauge, okay. There we go.
We just gotta
Slide
convince
it.
this to go in there.
Get in your hole.
There. Oh, come on. There
I
we
don't
go.
wanna.
And that'll pull together like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's looking mighty fine, sexy. Yeah.
And that's the last of the lighting except for those loops on the tail.
Right.
I got 2 of those done, but I haven't got the third one done yet.
Oh, I thought you had them all done.
No, I got 2 of them done.
Right.
I haven't done the third one yet.
Sounds like he's
Oh,
gonna.
no, I take that back. I got to put the little blue, like the Bizarre collectors in the front.
Oh,
There's 2 of those.
the ones that you were talking about. If you could get the wire through them.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
go, let me see here.
You got done just in time. It's 11. It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
We're going into slight overtime.
That's okay. Here we go.
Alex says he's trying to improve his overhangs and bridges. Got that.
Yeah, there's where those are.
Oh,
There's a clear part that goes in there.
yeah. That's going to be fun wiring that up.
Yeah, the wire goes in the side. Again.
We just hope it makes it there. Could go to oblivion. Rest of those are just things to help pin it together.
Yeah.
It's nice that they give you like pinpoints on that.
It is.
Kind of help align it. Doesn't you don't have to kind of go, oh
You
yeah.
see, this is that part I was showing you a while ago where the
Right.
wire curves around.
Right.
And then this goes onto that right there.
Gotcha.
So then you'll have two wires, one going in here and one going in here, that both curve around and go out.
Gotcha. And then what's the other two holes that's in the front of that one? Is that those just pinpoints or?
These are just for you got little tabs that go in there.
Oh, so you're going through the circular hole is where you're going through with the wire then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You've got. I'll have to get in there with the sonic saber and cut all those little supports out. I'm hoping there's not any down inside those round holes because that'll make life difficult.
Too bad you couldn't put like something like a warm, like something that would burn through there, like a boring machine almost.
I know, right? I mean, you could do that with a drill bit or something, but not curved. You know, because these go down in here somewhere and then curve up this way, and this one curves down through here.
It's too bad you couldn't lay them in when you're printing them out, you know, in the resin printer or the filament printer. Be like, oh, yeah, we just put them in there.
Yeah, put the wires in ahead of time. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
We're not that sophisticated.
Right. I'm not anyway.
I might try to attempt it, but I know it probably ended a disaster.
It's easier to do on a filament printer.
Right.
Because you can just pause the print, you know, especially if the wire, you know, if it's curving around like this, as long as you've got a flat plane for it to lay on, you can always let it print half the tunnel, stop the print or pause it, lay your wire in, get it where you want it, and then continue the print.
Right.
But with the resin printer, you can't do that.
Right.
Because it's the build plate is on top.
But you said you used this. This was more for this was the filament styled print though from GamBody versus the resin print because this one was the bigger style, but you were able to do it on the resin printer.
Right. The only difference is the size.
Yeah.
The one for the resin printer is half the size of this one.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta hop in the shower and hit the bed and get ready for work in the morning. Yay! And we get to work again this Saturday too. So yay again.
Oh, so you didn't get a chance to do your D&D then, huh? You even getting?
No, we'll still do that probably.
Oh.
Yeah. Saturday night.
Gotcha.
But last weekend, Friday night, I had to go over to my daughter's house and help her move some stuff and then work Saturday.
Oh, so you're not going to be again there for Friday?
Do what?
You're not going to be again there Friday this week?
No, I'll be there. I'll probably drop off a little early, about 10. I would have been there last Friday, but I had to go to my daughter's house and help her move some stuff. So, no biggie.
Dad, can you come help me?
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody coming by. Like and subscribe if you hadn't. Let me get over here and
Don says, good night, guys. Good stream.
I should have had this ready, but I didn't, as usual.
segue.
People would think something was wrong if I was actually prepared.
Yeah, be like, where's Donnie and what did you do with him?
Yeah. But tomorrow night at 7 Eastern will be Keith working on the Goonies ship. That thing's looking cool too. And then at 9 will be Buck working on his not Hogwarts, not Harry Potter, not Lego castle. And then Wednesday night will be the Woody Wednesday stream. We're all still working on Istanbul, except for Alec. And then Thursday night will be Jordan aligning the stars, or it'll probably be aligning the cars. He'll probably be
Yep.
working on the Subaru again.
Yep.
And then, of course, our normal Friday night stream at 9 Eastern. And then Andrew will be streaming at 9 Eastern Saturday. And Jody will probably be streaming about 6 or 7 Saturday, right before Andrew. And then, of course, Sunday at 4 Eastern is the Sunday live stream. So, plenty of HTM to go around. And we will see y'all tomorrow night in the comments on Keith and Buck's stream. So, everybody have a good one. Thank you, Howard, for producing.
Not a problem.
And have a good one, everyone.